Hello there, brave adventurers. This is the Video Game Music Lounge, and it's me, Derek. How you doing?
Hiker Matt wants to battle. Go Onyx!
Well, Matt, we finished last episode off with the Zelda Wind Waker Ocean theme, and now we're playing another song from Wind Waker to start this one off. It's Dragon Roost Island.
Hey, and what does that mean for the theme this week, Derek?
Well, we figured, we've left the mountain, or we've left the water, and now we're gonna start climbing up a mountain.
That's right. We've left the vast mountain and is now climbing the ocean.
Hey, got it in one. That's our specialty.
Got it one and done.
One and done. So Matt, mountain music, they're kind of adventurous, aren't they?
They can be adventurous. Adventurous is definitely probably like the biggest key music element that you would find in for like a mountain theme. But it also depends on the setting, like, where the mountain is. Is it like, a volcano? It's going to sound a little more, like dangerous. It's going to have probably a little bit more brass instrument going to it.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like an ice mountain, or it can change slightly variants, but overall, definitely adventure is your key feeling.
Yeah, they're adventurous, and also, like, I think a good word is like heavy. They're very like intense and driving rhythms.
Dense like rock.
They're gonna be really dense, really driving and intense, and often as you mentioned, if it's up on the top of an icy mountain, it might be kind of tranquil sounding, but if it's in a volcano, it might be fast paced, intense, really give you that danger feel.
Big danger.
This is a lovely Wind Waker track for you. One of my favorites. Dragon Roost Island has a great sound.
I agree. I love the guitar.
I like the whistle. The
little wind.
The woodwind
flute.
instrument. That really gives me that feel of adventurousness.
Oh yeah, and it still has the feeling of the sea as well.
Oh yeah, of course. It carries that Wind Waker, that general rhythm to it, where Wind Waker is mostly ocean, so even the big mountain still kind of feels like it's in the ocean, because obviously it is, but it still has that Wind Waker feeling to it. But going with the theme of adventure, I'm gonna play you a track that's really into like my childhood. One of my all-time favorite games. I'm gonna kind of return to roots this episode. I've been playing a lot of random stuff, things I've never played, a lot of just off the wall kind of unexpected tracks. This episode's gonna be more atypical, more typical Derek, kind of my style that you guys should be. I've heard a lot of games you've heard before. Some are just my all-time favorites in this episode.
Okay, so what would be your first song be?
It's going to be one of the first games that I really, really remember playing all the time as a kid. Final Fantasy VI. This is, of course, composed by the great Nobuo Uematsu. And the song I want to pick for you is Mount Colt.
Mount Colt.
Yeah, this is a time relatively early in the game. Mount Colts is a time in the game where you're just getting into it. It's within the first hour of gameplay, depending on how quick you're going through things, and it's where things really start picking up and getting more interesting, and you're starting to get some cool characters to play with.
Well, all right.
Yeah, this is where you meet Sabin for the first time.
Sabin.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and play you Mount Colts, and I think you'll really feel that adventurousness I was talking about.
All right, let's go ahead and get on in.
I really enjoyed the drums on that, and I think that's another thing we're gonna see a lot of on this episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it's like you said earlier. You're gonna have a lot of heavy tones in mountain themes.
Yeah, and how did you enjoy that one?
I actually really enjoyed that one. Again, my past history with Super Nintendo games and the lack thereof in my life, but I did know of Final Fantasy VI, but I will say I never got to really delve into it as much as you have. Obviously, upon meeting you, my world was opened to
Yeah.
the fantastic game of Final Fantasy VI.
Six probably is still probably my favorite of the mainline series. 6, 10, 5, and 4, and 9. Those are, and I mean, they're all really good. 6 probably still holds my all-time favorite.
For like mainstream series wise, I guess.
Yeah, I would say for main numbered series, Final Fantasy 6 is probably still my all-time favorite.
But for offshoot Final Fantasies, it's
I mean, Tactics just will always hold my all-time favorite game, probably.
oh man. But no, this one was really good. I like the adventure sound really did come through.
Yeah, and I like how it starts with those those drums,
Hmm.
and I think this really has that adventure feel. Like exploring. It's got a rhythm that I really just enjoy. What's your favorite part of this track, Matt?
I mean, I like the drums. I like that weird like electric guitar sound in the back. That
Oh yeah, I totally.
I like
totally get
I
that.
like yeah, like I really enjoy that. But I mean, I think for like the point of the song is like I really like it when these high notes actually kick in.
Oh yeah. I like how like this kind of part's like a little spooky, a little mysterious for a second, and then suddenly it's like
Yeah.
like it kind
Well,
of.
that's why I like it. Is like it slowly starts to pick up, and then it gets to that high notes, and you're just like, all right, yeah, we're going up the mountain, and then like when it drops back down a little bit, it's just like you could either be like there's like a quick little slope, or you've reached like a dense like kind of like patch of like trees or shrubs or something like that, and you're like, oh, whoa, what could be in here? We got to be who knows what could pop out.
And it's such it's an interesting part in the game when you first get here because you finally got a full party of 4, and you're off chasing the king's brother, and you're getting shadowed the whole time, and you're like, ooh, who's that person who keeps following me? And you find out it's 2 people actually who are following you. One is this boss guy, who is the basically evil student to another party member who joins you. And it's a really interesting part of the game because you beat this boss and he like knocks out all your party members, and then this other person jumps in and he's like, nah, I'm gonna 1v1 you. It's a really cool way to introduce a new character.
Like, haha, you thought you won, but I won. And it's just like, no, the joke is on you.
Alright, Matt. Your turn. What you got? What mountain are we on?
My turn.
Is it icy? Is it tall? Is it volcanic?
Well, Derek, I mean that's the problem right now with me is I have a lot of choices, a lot of things I can pick from right now, and trying to find the right one.
It's the infinite struggle.
Every time with us, it's always the infinite struggle. Okay, I think I know which one I'll go with, and it kind of plays off of actually our title opening,
Style?
Dragon Roost. Dragon Roost. Well, I'm thinking a more heated. One could say a geothermal mountain.
I'm interested in which one you picked.
Well, and this is actually a callback to an earlier episode that we had.
I think I know what you're gonna play here.
So the song I picked is Hellfire Peaks from Banjo-Tooie, the Lava Side. of the level.
I was looking forward to you playing this because I know on the last time when we played the icy one, you were mentioning how it's got a second half, and you
Yes.
so I'm excited to hear this because I actually was waiting for you to play this and I didn't listen to it myself because I wanted to build up the anticipation waiting for you to play it.
Oh well, good. So I mean, so just like right quick before we get in, you remember kind of the rhythms of the icy side, right? How it had more like the xylophones,
Yeah,
the
the
xylophones,
xylophones.
them xylophones. Where, but I mean, both sides still have like the same rhythm. It's just different instruments and like a little bit of different like background ambience.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So from Banjo Tooie, we have Hellfire Peaks, The Lava Side by Grant Kirkhope. both sides of Hailfire Peaks are great, but I definitely I love the sound of the ice side. I really do. But I
Yeah.
think the fire side's definitely my favorite.
I was really enjoying like the little bubbly noises throughout the song.
Yeah, like I said, that's like the little ambience things, and similar to the ice side, as you're like wandering around on the level, like periodically you'll just hear the fire dragon at the top of the mountain just go wah, and then like little fire meteors will start shooting down at you.
Yeah, which I'm sure is, it's totally what you want.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was really enjoying like the overall feeling to it. I love little bubbly like lava noises throughout the song. And of course the overall rhythm is just a fun one.
Yeah, I love the brass horn right here. I'm not sure if it's like one of the like muffled, like a muted trumpet.
Something along those lines, yeah.
I feel like it's a muted trumpet, but I could be wrong. But this is what I love: is this baritone sax coming in?
Oh yeah, it's it's just delightful. It's delightful to listen to. It's definitely a good one. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm glad I didn't spoil myself and I waited till this episode to hear it because I knew from what you said that you were gonna play it. I was like, I just gotta wait because he said wait for the next mountain episode, and I'm like, well.
Yep.
It's a delightful rhythm. It's the kind of one that just makes you want to like hum it.
It is. I mean, if you go a bit of time without playing like a Banjo Kazooie game, but if you played it enough, there's going to be like certain things that you hear that'll like trigger that.
And they're so simple too. They're not overly intense like rhythmically. They're just like fun and playful. Like that's just what Banjo Kazooie sounds or Banjo Tooie. They just sound playful. Like all the music to them.
Yeah, I mean the Banjo games. What I love the most about them is that they weren't like so dead set on like, all right, let's make like this hardcore platformer game, and instead it's just like, hey, let's just make a game about a bear who has a bird in his backpack, and
let's just make a game that's
being
fun.
Hassled, or like they're being like tormented by a witch.
Like, can we just make a game that's fun? Like, just fun. That's it. I will say I do like. I mean, I like both versions, but this one definitely has like the instrumentation that I just enjoy.
Yeah.
Especially
like I said, both of them are nice. I just and that's our heavy sound for this.
Yeah, I totally get that. Thank you for taking us to Hellfire Peaks, Matt. I enjoyed this. I'm having a good time.
You're quite welcome. Hellfire Peaks.
That was delightful. Well, I've actually got quite a few kind of more of the fiery side of mountains on my list here.
Oh.
I can go one that's really quick and driving and intense, or one that's a little bit more mellow and melodic.
Well, Derek, I'm gonna let you be the judge on.
I think I'm gonna start with the more melodic one.
Okay.
The game is one we've heard from. It's Kirby Air Ride.
Oh, hey! Is it the mountainside?
Well, there's actually two options I could have picked for this. I could have picked Celestial Valley, which is more like peaceful, but I went with the one that fits the song you played a little bit more. I'm going with Magma Flows, which is the kind of inside of a volcano.
Yep.
Now, this game has 3 composers. I don't know which one exactly did this track, but it's done by Shugo Sakai, Hirokazu Ando, and Jun Ishikawa. And Kirby Air Ride is a delightful little Kirby-based racing game, and it's got fun music. So let's hear from Magma Flows.
Man, bringing back so many fun memories of chilling and playing Kirby's Air Ride.
We've had a lot of fun with this game over the years.
When I learned the pure majestic majesty of Rex Wheelie.
Oh, my favorite will always be Slick Star. I can do fun things with that.
Yeah, I still remember like our method of play of just like, all right, we don't steal stuff from each, we collect as much as we can, and then
We have fun.
you know we have fun.
Yeah.
And then it's just like when I'm just like getting Rex Wheelie, and it's just like, oh no, I'm top speed Rex Wheelie. Oh crap, I hit the spinny thing. Please get away from me. Get away. Oh god.
Oh man, City Trial is a lot of fun. It's such an interesting game mode, but how'd you feel about the song itself, Matt? Other than cherished memories.
I mean, it's to me it's fun, but also hectic at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Hectic is a great word for this song. I really like how the Kirby Air Ride stages, they're composed like full-on like orchestra musical scores. It's not just like a rhythm, it's like a whole like endeavor.
Yes.
Like they've got this different part, like this part right here. Dun, 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 dun. It sounds like it's being composed by like a huge orchestra and they're putting on a performance. Like if I heard the song in like a huge giant orchestra band, and it was there's like a composer going at it. Like, if I didn't know this was video game music, I wouldn't guess that.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. But I mean, in a way, it's when I think of Kirby, like this is the way I typically think of of music from Kirby.
Absolutely, yeah. Kirby definitely has a certain feel to it that, and it maintains that like poppy bubbliness too.
Yeah,
that's one thing I always enjoy about Kirby music. It's like energetic, but like happy energetic. It like keeps you like pepped up. And I like that.
I don't think I've ever played a game as Kirby as the main character and not felt, oh man, this is so happy, I'm having so much fun. I say that with a little bit of sarcasm in my voice just because of the Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Light and its spirit challenges.
You know what,
it's the only time.
I get that, that's fair.
The only time I've ever played as Kirby, and it was just like, I hate this so much.
That is certainly fair. Can't fault you for that.
But for mainstream Kirby games, I'm 100% a-okay. I'm happy-go-lucky.
Kirby games are just they certainly put a smile on your face. Like they're just designed, they're composed, the art, just the overall gameplay. Like even if you're not doing good, you're just like, oh okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
I've never like, even if I get like killed by a boss or like fall into a hole or doing bad on Kirby Air Ride, which is a racing game, if I can't beat that challenge, I'm never like, I hate this game. Like that thought never comes up in my mind when playing a Kirby game.
Yeah.
They just have a way of making you smile.
I've never rage quit a Kirby game.
That it would take a certain individual to rage quit a Kirby game. So Matt, you taking us somewhere? Can you? I don't think you can match the pep of Kirby. So where are we going next time?
Well, let's see here. So I think for our next one, I'm actually going to go for. You know what? I'm gonna surprise you with this one, Derek.
I'm excited.
I will say I never got to play this game actually, and I'm very sad that I never did. But the reason for that is because it came out on the Super Nintendo.
Okay, what is the game?
The game is, well, Derek, do you feel that?
What is it?
Look at that cup of water on the dashboard.
I think I know where you're going with this.
It's Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo.
I don't know if I've actually ever played this, and I've played many Super Nintendo games. I think this might be one that I haven't experienced.
Right? Because I mean, I knew of Jurassic Park: The Lost World on the PS1, but I was surprised. I'm I'm both surprised and not surprised that there's a Jurassic Park game for the Super Nintendo.
I mean, that was the heyday of making movie
cinema.
And toy. Yeah, I mean, there's Toy Story games, there's G.I. Joe games, there's
Top Gun,
Aladdin games. I mean, you name the movie genre, TV show, and there's probably a Super Nintendo game for it.
Yeah, or just a video game in general. Yeah. By this point.
Yeah, I mean that too.
Yeah, E.T.
We don't talk about that, Matt.
People have a right to know.
You're not supposed to talk about the E.T. game. It's just it's a known thing.
It is a known thing. It's okay. People will forget it.
But will they forgive you?
No. No, they'll never forget. So the name of the song is Mountain Triceratops Trot.
Okay, Triceratops Trot. I like the alliteration.
Right? The Triceratops. This song is given to us by the composer John Dunn, or John Dune. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the last name there,
That's fine.
because it is spelled Dunn. I'm not sure. Dune.
Could be either or.
Could be either or. Either way, sorry, John. June, John.
June. Either way, we enjoy the song. Well, I haven't heard it, so we'll see if we enjoy it.
This is Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo. Mountain Triceratops Trot.
Matt, we have a problem here. This is a serious issue.
What's the issue?
You did not tell me how much of a jam this is ahead of
I
time.
know.
You did not prepare me for how good this was.
I did not.
Oh my god, I was so into this. I was like head bobbing. I was like couldn't sit still. I was like dancing to this. I am super into this track.
Right? When I
did
was
not prepare
finding
me
one
for
of
that.
one of the top comments on it was like, "How the hell am I supposed to kill dinosaurs to this?"
I mean, I just wasn't ready for how good this was. Like, it blew me away. I wasn't prepared.
Right? Because like when it starts out, you're just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure," and then like the beat kicks in, you're just like, "What?"
Also, I gotta let's replay that. I can't wait to like. I'm excited. I know we normally replay songs, but like I'm excited to replay this one because I'm like, man, I can't wait to hear more of it. Like I just want it to play again. So let's just let that happen.
Gotta hear it again.
Look, it starts with a doo 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 doo. It's like kind of mysterious. You're like, oh, okay.
Okay,
Because this
yeah,
first time,
you
I'm
know,
like, all right, I'm into this. It's kind of like mysterious, you know, sneaking around where there's dinosaurs and stuff. I get that.
you're in a
And then
jungle.
this pops up, and you're like, oh, okay. Bringing that funk, I see.
You're like, okay, yeah. And then
Dude,
that flute soloist.
if I could get this flute, whoever like composed this flute to just like provide background music to my whole life, I would never stop jamming. And then this main rhythm, like do 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 do, like it makes my head wiggle back and forth. Like I'm into it.
Yeah, I'll definitely say I was not expecting the jazz flute to show up.
Like you told me Jurassic Park, and I'm like, okay. And then this starts playing. I'm like, whoa, whoa. I wasn't prepared.
You're like, okay, Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo. And like, da, 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 da. Wait, no, this isn't it. What is this?
Okay, Sid, wait, you didn't prepare me for how good this was gonna be. Like, I wasn't ready.
I can't. I
wasn't
prepare
emotionally
you.
prepared for this good of a song.
This for me, the shock value on this song was comparable to the Smurfs song from the Water episode.
Oh yeah, I was gonna play the Smurfs Mountain theme, which is also like just as good as the Swamp, but to me it didn't have that like mountain feel to it, so I decided to leave it out of this episode. But I mean, that game has good music just in general. But yeah, this song.
There he is again.
I like the little trill, but I'm so into this. Like, oh man, we haven't mentioned it in a while, but this is on my top 10 of the year. I can tell you that much.
Oh snap!
This has definitely made its way to my top 10.
Oh sweet! I got two of my songs have made it to your top 10.
Like I haven't really written down my top 10, but if I were to make a list, I guarantee you this would be on it right now.
I mean, I can't lie to you. I mean, it's definitely got to be one of mine.
Oh, I'm so into it. Oh man. Can we just make this the Jurassic Park Super Nintendo Mountain Triceratops Trot podcast where we just play this song?
Till death do us trot.
Till death do us trot. Oh man. Thank you for that one, Matt. That was absolutely delightful.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm so glad I finally got to play that.
That was good. Thank you. I enjoyed that. I think I know how I'm gonna follow it up too, though. You know, there's a classic Nintendo character that's kind of a dinosaur, wouldn't you say? Actually, there's probably more than one, but
Well, no, I mean, I definitely know the most iconic one that you're talking about.
well, there's two iconic ones. There's obviously Yoshi and the other one. Not quite a dinosaur, more like a kind of dragon turtle. I'm talking about Bowser, of course.
Oh, of course, Bowser.
So the song I'm going to play for you is from Mario Party.
Oh, okay.
Specifically Mario Party 1. The song is Bowser's Magma Mountain.
Man, Mario Party 1.
And the thing that surprised me most about this, the composer for this game is Yasunori Mitsuda.
Oh, really?
Who we've heard from quite a bit.
Yes, Matsuda has definitely been on our list a lot.
And I've got another track from Matsuda that we will probably hear later. But for now, let's get into this. Let's get into this Bowser Magma Mountain. I think you're gonna be delighted by this.
Seeing as how Bowser's like my favorite part about Mario.
I mean, Bowser's awesome. Who doesn't love Bowser?
Exactly.
So
all right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and party on down to this. that one I really liked because that was very nostalgic for me.
right?
It's been
It's
it's
been
been quite some time since I played the original Mario Party.
right when I was shopping around for songs, I was like, I swear there's like Bowser stage in multiple of the Mario parties. Let me listen to some of those songs. And as soon as I heard this one, I was like, oh, I remember this, and this is a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how it's got that march at the start,
yeah, it's got a little bit of the march to it.
and it's got the it still sounds like powerful like it's Bowser, but it's very it's like intense, but like not overly so. It just has like a good rhythm to it. Here's the kind of like the intimidating Bowser feel right here.
Yeah.
It's got that very slight Bowser refrain in it. That's that Bowser signature kind of theme right there. But then it gets into this part, which is almost Final Fantasy sounding for a second there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just like, whoa, wait a minute, where's the crystal?
And then it gets back to that march. This is just a good one.
Yeah, I could jam to this.
It's this is one that took me by surprise when I was looking back through some tracks, and I was like, I'm really into this Bowser theme, and it's got obviously it's called Magma Mountain, so I mean that definitely fits our theme.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right there. Man, I mean, I gotta applaud you on this one because my mind did not go party.
Mario Party? You mean, Matt? You're telling me when you thought video game mountains, you didn't think of Mario Party for the very first one?
No.
Jeez.
No.
I mean, my mind
But
didn't go
then
to
again,
Jurassic Park, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, my mind didn't think, oh yeah, Jurassic Park has mountains. Let me look that up.
I'm glad you went in on that deep cut there. That was it's good. Let's hope your next track will be just as delightful. What do you have for us next?
Well, what I have for us next, I'm bringing us actually to a. Actually, it is my Pokemon pick of the week.
All right. What you got for us?
Now, looking through the Pokemon series, there's been several mountains.
Several mountains, yeah.
Several mountains.
Absolutely.
So Mount Moon, Mount Silver. I was going to go for, let's say, from the main series. I'll give a shout out to Mount Coronet from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Of course.
It's an area of the game you go through a lot, mainly because it's a very big mountain. It's in the middle of the world, or the region map, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go there for so many things, just to get from one side to the other. At some point, you got to go up to the top. This, that, and the other, yada yada. But I'm just like, no, I'm not. I don't think I want to do that. And then I thought, well, I could pull from a mystery dungeon. Mystery dungeon's got a lot of different mountains.
Mystery Dungeon has had jams so far.
It has had gems so far. And I was about to be like, okay, I think I've decided it's going to be from Mystery Dungeon.
Sounds like you've changed your mind.
I did. So the title of this song, Derek, is called A Dragon's Nest.
Okay.
Pokken Tournament DX.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the Pokemon fighting game.
It is the Pokemon fighting game. And the Dragon's Nest is a stage in the game that takes place on top of a mountain, while Mega Rayquaza is just watching over the battle.
That sounds a little intense.
Yeah, it's very intense. It gave me flashbacks to the Dalamadur fight in Monster Hunter.
I could totally, yeah, that totally makes sense. That fight in That's one of the most intense fights in Monster Hunter like ever, because you're fighting this giant like world snake that's coiled around the mountain, and you climb his whole body. So let's hear this song from Pokken, man. I'm excited.
All right, and actually, I'm going to give praise to all of the composers that worked on this. So the leading composer was Hiroki Hashimoto. The other composers that I'm going to give some recognition to are Ryo Hamamoto, Unoue, Eriko Sakurai, Yoshinori Hira, Takafumi Sato, Mitsuhiro Kitadani, Yu Sugimoto, and Shota Kageyama.
That is a lot of people who worked on
nine different composers worked on this game.
Well, I'm excited to hear how this sounds. That's a lot of a lot of hands in the pot. Let's see what they cooked up.
All right, here we go. This is Dragon's Nest from Pokken Tournament.
That one was indeed quite intense.
That one was very intense, but I mean, it is a fighting game stage, so I mean, it's going to have to be a little bit more pumped up than normal.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely it's definitely just the kind of intensity I was expecting from a fighting game stage called Dragon Nest.
Right, and to imagine that this is actually from a fighting game that is Pokemon, you're just like, whoa, crap! This game's a little bit more hardcore than I thought it was. I guess
a little crazy going on here. I like that build up. That
like like I feel like I'm watching like some sort of like movie trailer for like
Oh yeah.
this summer's next action thriller.
I was gonna say that like that build up, that until like that sudden drop, that was very like Hollywood. It was very cinema sounding. I really like how intense this song is. Like you said, I could totally hear like a crazy trailer for like an action or like really high energy movie. I'm into this one.
This summer,
The heroes will have to fight
collide.
like they've never fought before.
Pika. Wait, what?
I like how there's even that like choir chant that.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really enjoyed from the song is just like you have this intenseness going, and then it's just like the
Yeah.
and then like right here where it drops, and it's that like it still has that choir going.
I like
and
the
then
little
it
piano
starts
trill
to
real
slowly-
quick. There's a lot of a lot of instrumentation going on, and I definitely don't want it to go unsaid. The drums are really great in the song too. I'm all about hearing some good drums in game music.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you got to have a good bass to have a good song.
This
It's
song,
the foundation.
yeah, this definitely brings that good bass, that good intense energy I was looking for. And here's that it goes like this is the high suspense part.
Yeah, like this is something like I would think about hearing in like if it's like a different fighting game, like I just don't see Pokemon to this, but like I really want to play the game with this stuff.
Yeah, I personally haven't played. I think I've just played a little bit of Pokemon Tournament. A friend had it, and I'm not a huge fighting game person, but I always enjoy like watching others play fighting games, especially when they're really good at it and they're good at combos. This song is not one I was expecting, but it's definitely awesome.
Yeah.
I love that
I love-
drums.
Yeah, I'm glad that I decided to go for this one for my Pokemon pick of the week.
Thank you. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I like to try to go outside the mainstream Pokemon games.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I've got I don't quite have a way to follow up that song exactly. So I think I'll just follow up the song that I played last, which, as I mentioned, was Mario Party, interestingly enough, composed by Yasunori Mitsuda. And I've got another track by Mitsuda, and that's the ever-popular, wonderful Chrono Trigger.
That is the one and only Chrono Trigger.
Now, there's quite a few options for mountains in this game, but I'm going to play you one that you've likely never heard, and that is because this song was never released, or rather, it was removed from the game.
Why would it been removed?
There's a few I don't know the actual reason, but are you familiar with Lapida Castle in the Sky, Matt?
Yes, I'm familiar with Lapida.
I think you will enjoy this song then.
Oh man, I can't wait for this now.
So this is Chrono Trigger, The Singing Mountain by Yasunori Mitsuda. how'd you like that one, Matt?
I liked that one a lot. I definitely see that connection in Laputa. To me it did sound very similar. Man, I gotta watch Castle in the Sky again.
Yeah, to my knowledge, there's been a lot of speculation. Some people say it's too similar to that. I've heard people say, it's kind of similar to the USSR anthem, which is one reason people think it was removed. But the thing that was said in an interview was basically this was used in a dungeon, and the dungeon didn't really push along the plot in a way that they liked. So they basically cut the dungeon and the song that went with it out of the game. At least that's what was said in an interview, which is unfortunate because I think the song is beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely a very nice song. I'm very sad that it got cut.
To my knowledge, it is still like on the cartridge and it's in the game. It's just not used. It's an unused track. I love how you can hear like wind throughout the song though. I think that's really interesting. And I think the main rhythm it's one of the most beautiful songs I've like heard in the game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, definitely, it portrays like instead of like a dungeon, it feels like more like a reveal kind of moment song.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember. I don't know how much you remember Chrono Trigger, but this is a song I could totally see like on Death Mountain when you're like going up the icy summit and you're going to do that whole quest there. I don't want to spoil why you're going up Death Mountain, but it's a very emotional thing that happens at the end, and I think this song would have been perfect for that.
I'll agree with you on that. And on a quick separate note, I just love this. Just like, hey, what should we call this mountain? I saw a guy fall off of it the other day. We should call it Death Mountain.
Well, everyone who goes up there is no longer alive, so let's just call it Death Mountain. It's bad.
It's Death Mountain.
It's Death Peak, I think, specifically. But
Death Mountain, Death Mountain,
Death Mountain.
Come on down to Death Mountain, Disney World's new ride.
Oh, I could see it. But
it's only open for Halloween.
Yeah, well, obviously. But Mitsuda did an amazing job on this whole game. But it's really unfortunate that this song was cut just because of how pretty it is.
Yeah.
It's very gentle.
Yeah, it's always sad whenever content gets cut from a game, and whenever that cut content is like actually revealed, and like you're like, oh man, I would have loved to have like played that part. I would have loved to hear that song.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some things with different like interviews with composers and things, and sometimes they maybe use it in their next project, or maybe they just composed like 30 songs for a game and they only end up using like 20 or 25. I mean, they still have those tracks, and sometimes they might be like, well, this next project, I made like 4 water songs, and this next one needs a few, so let's just use that. And I mean, sometimes they get to use those unused tracks for other games. But yeah, I hope you liked Singing Mountain, and if to those people who've played Chrono Trigger, a bunch of times and they didn't know the song existed, I'm glad I could bring it to light.
Oh, definitely. This is definitely a song that I've never heard, and I'm very happy that you shared this one.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking because obviously Jurassic Mountain is a great song in that game. I love that rhythm. I mean, pretty much all the music in that game. But at first I was like, oh yeah, Jurassic Mountain is a great song from Chrono Trigger. Let's play that. And then I was like, well, you know what? This is one people probably haven't heard, so let's do that instead.
Good choice.
Thank you. Choice. Let's hear your next good choice, Matt.
My next good choice, Derek. Actually, the title of it has already been said.
Oh?
Correct. What I do have for us is a song called Death Mountain.
Well, okay, that works. And I mean, Death
uh,
Mountain is a pretty common name in video games. It seems like that's those two words are often used to describe a scary place. But what is the game that this Death Mountain is from?
this Death Mountain comes to us from The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Ah, you know what? That works because I had The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Death Mountain, or rather Black Mist, depending on if you're going by the official title. But I was debating if I wanted to play the Link to the Past or the Link Between Worlds version, but looks like you beat me to it.
I did beat you to it, and it's because you said Death Mountain.
That I mean, hey, that is a fair transition if ever there was one.
That is true. That was a good segue right there. Thank you.
So let's
Uh,
hear this version of Death Mountain.
all right. So here we go. So this is Death Mountain from The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds by Ryo Nagamatsu.
There we go.
Carl,
That's the Link Between Worlds Death Mountain. A little very similar to the original Link to the Past, but it's got a more it's more modernized and it's a bit more
yeah,
a bit quicker, just ever so slightly, and it's a bit more like upbeat.
yeah, yeah. I'll agree with you on those statements. I mean, definitely. Link Between Worlds. It's a newer game. It's gonna have a newer sound. It's gonna have like a crisper audio. Um, but I really enjoy the brass line
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
absolutely. That I mean, I've always loved how the Dark World Death Mountain has been like kind of like a march almost.
Yeah,
I've always like the
and
dun dun
yeah,
dun 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 dun.
yeah. And speaking of which, I actually have it's a remix of this. I want to say it's also with like it's mixed with another song, but it is it's actually performed via marching band.
I know. Yes, I that's been a song from OC Remix that I've had for like years and years. It's called "The Dark World Prelude and March."
That's it. That's it.
That's one I think I played for you like maybe like 8 years ago.
Yeah, and I still listen to it to this day because it's so good.
Yeah, It reminds me because you mentioned this song kind of layered into another one. Another one I was considering for this. I was between this, the Link to the Past version, and the Cadence of Hyrule version, which, as you know, is great. You'll have to check that one out because since you're playing this, I don't want to play it again.
I'm gonna have to check out the Cadence of Hyrule version.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's interesting. It's very different, but it is remixed off of this. Specifically the Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds version of Death Mountain. I love how people always compare this to the Star Wars Imperial March. It's very similar, admittedly.
I can hear the similarity.
But I've always liked this version of Zelda's Death Mountain. I mean, to be fair, Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game, so I am a little biased.
Oh, just a little bit?
Just a little bit. But thank you for that, Matt.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm surprised I beat you to the punch with this one.
Yeah, well, I guess I can't play that next. So instead, what I will have to do is a little bit different. I don't really have a super great song to follow Death Mountain with, but I'm going to play you a song from an RPG where the boss on the top of this mountain is kind of a representation of death. It's Thanatos, the Headless Horseman.
Oh.
Now, depending on how well you remember this game, the game I'm talking about is Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, and we've heard some jams from this one.
We have heard some jams from Mystic Quest.
This is one of my favorite songs from the game, actually. This is the Mountain Range of Whirlwinds.
Whoa.
And it's composed by Ryuji Sasai, who we've heard some great jams from Mystic Quest from, and I hope you enjoy this one too, because, I mean, this game is just, it's got such good music.
I mean, you're definitely right in that aspect. So let's go ahead and hurry up and get into this one.
I hope you don't fall off this mountain of death. This is the Mystic... This is the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Mountain Range of Whirlwinds. There we go, the Mountain Range of Whirlwinds.
Mystic Quest just has really good music the whole way through that game.
It really does. Like, yeah, the game's got some great music. Ryuji Sasai, I mean, I'm not gonna say Mystic Quest is a bad game. I mean, it's certainly fun. I played through it recently. It's just a simple, classic entry-level RPG. But what truly makes that game amazing is the music.
Yeah, I will 100% agree with you on the music aspect for Mystic Quest. I mean, it's a fun play, but the music is just so on point.
It really is. Like, when I got to this point in the game, when I was playing through it again, I was like, oh man, I forgot how good this part of the game is. Just like the music. This part's kind of, it's all right. It's nothing too exciting. But when that B-side hits, it's so adventurous. This song is like very, very adventurous.
Oh, definitely. Like you and your group going through, like, all right, we got to get through this mountain.
The Mystic Quest soundtrack, every time I play one, it's just like it makes me want to hum it. Like I have so much fun listening to Mystic Quest music because not only like it definitely hits that nostalgic point of my brain of when I was a kid playing through this game, but even like not having nostalgia goggles, the music is so good. I love the like sudden like it's like a piccolo almost. I like how the mountain songs, they've had a lot of woodwind, like that kind of gives you that like up high feeling.
Yeah, it does.
I
I've got to get into mine.
I hope you enjoyed that traipse through Mystic Quest again, Matt.
I Every time Mystic Quest is played, I'm 100% going to enjoy it.
I mean, how could you not? I would be offended if you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, like, oh, hey, here's the boss music from Mystic Quest. Nah, that's I don't like that. uh, I would never say that I dislike Mystic Quest's music.
Mystic Quest is just, it's such an interesting sound. It's like, some of the songs are like grungy, some of them are just like, they're all jams though.
Oh yeah, they're all jams. What I got for a snack. So I decided for my next one, it's a classic,
Okay.
but it's a classic that just got reignited.
Okay, let's hear
And
it.
I'm talking about the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
I was after last episode, I was hoping I would hear Spyro again.
Well, you're welcome because here it is again. So the song I picked is I was going to go for the original from the original Spyro the Dragon, but I thought about it. I was like, well, you know what? Let's see. Let me listen to the original, and then let me listen to the reignited version. And I actually really enjoyed the reignited version. So this is like kind of like how I did with A Link Between Worlds. Is Death Mountain already existed in A Link to the Past, but I went for the more updated version.
Yeah, let's hear that. You've been really into some remasters lately.
I have because sadly I have not been able to get my hands on the Spyro Reignited trilogy yet, but it is on my list to get because boy howdy do I want to play through all those games again. And like I loved them so much when I was young, and then when I saw like the comparison of just like, hey, here's like this cheetah dude, and here he is in the reignited version. I was just like, holy shit! I can't believe I thought that thing actually looked like a cheetah back then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I forgot how super angular people
yeah.
were in Spyro games.
Oh, just in PS1 in general.
I mean, some games were better than others, but I mean, like, man.
Let's hear that track.
All right, so the track that I picked was Alpine Ridge. This is composed by Stuart Copeland. So he composed the original games and he came back for the Reignited. Something I learned about the composer Stuart Copeland was that he is actually a British rock star. He was the drummer for the band The Police.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so you can thank this guy for not only Spyro the Dragon music, but for songs such as Roxanne and Message in a Bottle.
Those are some classic songs right there.
So here we go with Alpine Ridge from Spyro the Reignited Trilogy by Stuart Copeland.
That was a fun little jam.
It is. I mean, it was a short little loop on that one.
It's not bad though. I like the. I mean,
No.
it's simple, but it's got a good rhythm to it.
Yeah, I love I love the guitar, especially when they distort it.
Yeah, the.
I love that those little keys.
They're kind of sporadic and just randomly placed, but like I mean, there's definitely like logic to it. I don't mean to say it's random, but I like how they whenever they pop in. I like the little staircase rhythm it does. I love when it gets into that groove. This is like a funk. It's funky. I dig it.
Oh, definitely.
That's certainly the genre that comes to mind is funk when I hear this song.
Oh yeah, and man, I mean, it's still surprised me that I found out. Like, I mean, I didn't think about it that this Stuart Copeland is literally the Stuart Copeland from The Police.
Yeah, I know. That's not something I would have thought. I would just. But I mean, I could totally get that with the guitar. And you could certainly throw some lyrics to this song. Anyway, I say you could. I mean, I'm not going to because no, that's not. You don't want that. But someone else certainly could. I really enjoyed like that piano, the piano staircase rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, this song is just very chill for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
this is what I can have in the background.
It's a nice funk. You could have it playing in the background while you do other stuff. And I mean, that's another thing I enjoy about a lot of video game tracks is their songs are it's music that you can play and have in the background. You can jam out to it while doing while doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great music to listen to like while you're studying or while you're doing work or maybe you're doing some art or just whatever you're doing. I mean, that's the whole purpose to video game music is it's designed to be background music. That's why it's in the background while you're playing the game or you're going through the menus or you're exploring the mountain or you're doing something else. Video game music is designed to be in the background, but that doesn't mean it's just noise. I mean, they're obviously composed well. And I love how video game composers design with like set pieces in mind.
Yes,
and that actually brings me to my next track perfectly.
Oh, wonderful!
I'm gonna play a song from a game I've played before, Seiken Densetsu 3. This is, as I've mentioned, kind of the sequel to Secret of Mana, not like story sequel, but like just development sequel. It's also in the of Mana series or the Densetsu series, depending on your country of origin. Now, again, this never originally came to America, but it has come out since then, either in the Mana collection as Trials of Mana, and it is soon to be released in the next few months, a full remaster of this game that I am super looking forward to.
Oh yeah, that is coming out soon.
Now, the song I'm going to play is obviously the Mountain Song. In particular, the name of this is Different Road, The Path to the Heavens.
Okay.
Now, this is a song you hear a few times as you go up and down this mountain. It's a pretty long... It's both like a dungeon and like a location. A few different things happen on this mountain, and you travel... it's between two towns, but it's also between the Wind Temple. So you do end up going down this path a few different times, and this is another one, just like the Golden Road that I played, that I don't mind going through multiple times, and it's actually a very common grind spot people use because the music here is really good.
All right. So, I've never got to play this, so I'm excited to hear it.
I would love to play this through with you. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is Seiken Densetsu 3, Different Road, Path to Heaven by Hiroki Kikuta.
I was jamming to that one. I mean, especially with like the drums in the background. I was
Right?
just like, man, like I'm actually like waiting for a music video to start up. Like I felt like it was like some '90s hip hop for a second.
I like how like it's like one of those evolving songs. Like it just starts with that simple rhythm, and you're like, okay, and then it gets some more instruments in it, and you're like, all right, and then it kind of leaves that jam for a little while, and then like a minute and a half in, it completely changes, and you're like, oh, okay, what's this out of nowhere? But you can see what I mean. How like this is the kind of song where you like you go through this place once and you're like, all right, I'm into this, and then you find out you have to go back there later, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I get that song again. I'm not mad.
Oh yeah, cool that song.
This is one I really enjoy. Like it just holds this rhythm for a little bit, and then it starts getting those bling blings in there. This is one of those places that like I mentioned, I don't mind coming back to this place because it's got this song.
I, I love it when a video game, like, even though, like, once they find like an area, they're like, all right, people are going to be grinding this spot for probably a while, depending. So we should probably have a song that's not going to drive them insane.
I can say from personal experience, not every game does that.
No, no. You can always hope though. You can always hope that like that one part of the game where like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to grind now. You hope the music is good.
This is yeah, this is, and here's that like this part comes out of nowhere.
Right?
It's like a xylophone. I really like here with like the echoey xylophone sound. The notes like quiver.
Yeah. That reverberation.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like I don't know, I mean obviously it's all synthesized sounds, but like I don't know how you'd recreate that noise on like an actual like xylophone, like how you make the notes quiver like that. It's very interesting. I like this song a lot though, and I love
that. That reminds me of with the sound of the xylophone hitting is like the water almost with that reverberation.
Oh yeah, I can totally hear that, and I love that loop back. How it loops back straight into this, right back into the groove. This is certainly one of my favorite songs from that game, and mind you, the whole game's got some incredibly good music. Definitely check out the collections of Mana and our Trials of Mana, so you guys can play this game, because Seiken Densetsu 3 is like I've played almost all the games in the of Mana or Densetsu series, and this is the best one. It's a really really good game.
Yeah,
and it's
so
multiplayer.
definitely keep your eyes out for when the game comes out with the remaster. You're not ready for this one, Derek.
I'm not. What you got?
No, you're not ready for this one at all.
I'm excited for it.
All right, Derek. I'm gonna stray from the path. Because we're winding down on the episode, and everyone's wondering, "Gee, Matt, you haven't played a single Okami song yet." And I'm gonna say, people, I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna give you a break from that beautiful soundtrack.
The first episode with no Okami.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it either. There were two songs from it that I could have used, potentially three. Um, but I decided, let me throw out some of these others and
Hey,
see.
all I'm saying is if you would have picked an Okami track over that Jurassic Park track, I would have never gotten to experience that.
Uh, oh yeah, there was no way I was going to skip out on Triceratops Trot.
So what won the battle for you today, Matt?
So what won the battle for me today was a game that again is near and dear to my heart because it was the first game I ever owned on the classic PS1, and that's the very first Digimon World.
Okay. I recall you playing a song from this earlier, and I thought it was really good, so I'm excited to hear this
Uh,
one.
it was actually from the Ice episode, so I actually have two songs on this list that I played. Um, well, two from those games in a previous episode.
Yeah, on the Ice episode specifically.
Yeah, specifically it was the Ice episode, so I brought them back again for the Mountain episode. So the song that I picked from Digimon World is actually like it's at the last location in the game called Mount Infinity,
That sounds intense.
and oh yeah, and it's basically the point in the game where you realize because as you're going through the game, like it's just like oh no, Digimon have gone angry
They've
for
gone
some
maximum
reason.
overdrive.
They've gone maximum overdrive, and um, so like a lot of them left our town. Can you go? Can you help us like rebuild our town? And you're like, okay. Meanwhile, you're raising your little Digimon buddy, and you're like, yeah, cool. He's doing so good, and he's either gonna die because he pooped too much outside of a toilet, or
As you do.
as you do, or you build them all the way up, you evolve them like pretty far, and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. And he's just like, all right, cool, we just won the battle. Screen free. Oh man, are you gonna evolve? Nah, I think it's my time to just go ahead and die. I'll reincarnate as an egg though.
Jeez.
Dude, you have no idea how pissed off you are as like a 10-year-old when you have a goddamn metal Greymon and it's just like, cool, yeah, we won the boss battle or like the fight before the boss battle, and then it's just like, oh, the screen freeze. Oh no. Oh, please, dear God, no. And it's just like, sorry, man.
That's got to be
It's
really.
my time.
That's really
It's my
unfortunate.
time to die. And then he dies. And then there's no like stat inheritance to the new thing either. It's just start from scratch all over
Oh, that
again.
that
And you're
sounds
just like,
awful.
oh my God, it was such a pain.
That's,
I don't know why I put myself through these games, but I do because I like Digimon.
oh well, hopefully the music will ease your suffering. Let's go ahead and hear that track.
Yeah, yeah. So this is Mount Infinity from Digimon World by Koji Yamada. So what'd you think of that mountain, Derek?
That was intense. I mean, yeah,
Right?
that one was it was very grunge, very like grindy,
Very
like
grungy.
it's
Just
just
that nasty,
that's just yeah.
grungy mess. Oh my gosh. So, I realized that I never actually finished the true point of my statement before
Before you
this,
you rambled
before
on
the song. Before
yeah,
I
the
rambled
grumpy
a little
rambles.
bit. Before I had the grumpy rambles. So, so literally the only story point in this game that you had was Digimon are getting mad. I don't know why. Help us build our town. And then,
You know, as you do.
yeah, so there's like, oh, these earthquakes are happening. That's weird. And then, you do a couple boss fights, and they snap out of their weird angry mode, and they're just like, well, I don't know what I was doing. Well, time to go back to that town and open up my restaurant again. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, sure, why not?
sure, you go do that, man. And
You
it's
do you.
like you pick up a couple of clues like every so often, but they're really vague, and so you don't realize until basically you get to this point of the game, literally the last area of the game. So, and the entrance to it is in the starting town, but you can't get to it because there's a waterfall going over the bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, when you go in, you walk inside this mountain entrance, and everything goes, like, black and, like, neon green digital, like, matrix shit everywhere.
Whoa.
And so, like, that's the area for, like, the rest of the game, and you're just like, whoa. And there's, like, tough enemies in there, and then you get to the very end and you realize, oh, there's another human here. And he's just like, I'm the bad guy. I'm doing evil things. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess I'm having the storyline now.
I guess now we get exposition. Cool.
I'm the bad guy.
Oh man, that's
And you're just like, oh.
though.
But
I mean, this music. I mean, that's one way to introduce a bad guy.
it is the one thing. Oh, another thing that kind of upsets me a little bit is like when you're in there. This isn't just like the music that plays when you're in a fight. If you get into a fight, the music changes to the battle music.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I want to hurry up and beat this guy so I can listen to the good music.
I could see that. It's always interesting when you're playing a game and like you want the battle music to go away so you can hear the rest, so you can hear like the area music.
Right?
But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was very like I said, very grunge, very intense. It's like very like grinding and grating almost, but like not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do enjoy the grunginess of it.
Well, Matt, for my last track, I have basically the exact opposite.
Oh.
I want to play you one that's not grungy. It's not intense. It's kind of peaceful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from a game that's near and dear to my heart, and one that holds a strong place in my memories. It's Tales of Symphonia.
That is a game that I know you like.
The song is Dry Trail. This plays on mountain paths and things of that nature.
Yeah.
This song is composed by Motoi Sakuraba, who does most of the Tales games. And yeah, it's gonna be basically the exact opposite of the last song. So we're gonna go from grunge intense to kind of gentle and just nice melodies.
Well, all right, Derek. Let's get into this tale of the Dry Trail.
That was good. That was clean.
That was clean. I'm proud of that one.
You should be.
Unlike some of my other ones.
They can't all be winners, but that one was good.
That one was good. One and done, baby. that was tranquil.
Right? See, like I said, basically the exact opposite of Mount Infinity.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Dry Trail and Mount Infinity are not one and the same.
I really like just the gentle rhythm to the song. It's very calming, very peaceful. It does kind of have like almost a very, very slight melancholiness to it.
A little bit. It sounds like it would have fit in great with our emotional tracks from that episode.
Yeah, although knowing Tales of Symphonia, there's a lot of other songs I could pick for an emotional.
Oh, definitely.
That game's got some feelings to it, to say the least. But I like the instrumentation on this. I like the gentle like percussion in the background, and that like the rain stick almost. Just a lot of it's basically like a very like gentle piano and percussion. It's got like it's just very it doesn't have too much like to the melody, but it's very simple.
Yes.
I thought I'd finish it off with a nice little peaceful track there. Although you get to do the actual close, so we'll see how you decide to truly finish it.
Yeah, that one was very nice. But well, Derek,
Is it that time?
It's that time again.
Once again, everyone, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much
I hope you enjoy it.
for lending us your ears for
Yeah.
another week.
I hope this hike was a good one for you. I hope you weren't not too exhausted. I hope you had your trail mix.
Trail mix, you got your water going with you, and you got to stop and take a break every couple minutes. You
En-
know,
Enjoy the sights.
take that 10-minute rest. Build that stamina back up, and then look off into the distance and see those gorgeous vistas.
I really do hope you enjoyed this one. I think this was one of our better ones, Matt. We had a lot of really good music, and I mean that Jurassic Park one in particular. But some great rhythms in this episode, I think.
That Jurassic Park one was, man, that's such a good.
That was unexpectedly amazing. Everyone, go ahead and tell us your favorite of the episode. If it's that Jurassic Park one, I totally understand. If there is a mountain song in particular that you really like, let us know. Again, we'll listen to mountain songs at a later time, I'm sure. So any ones that you were hoping to hear, you'll hear it next time, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. So until next week, until next time, we'll catch you then.
Well, before then, Matt, you have to tell us what the last of the episode is. But of course, as we'd like to say, if you have friends that like listening to video game music, go ahead and share it to them. Tell them these two goofs play some good music.
Yeah, I mean, just be like, hey, have you ever heard of Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo? You will now.
I heard it from these guys in this VGM Lounge. They play some interesting music.
All right, Derek. So let's go ahead and play our final song. We're back down the mountain, and let's go ahead and hop in our cars and take off down the road. The final song of the day is cover of Red Canyon from F-Zero GX.
This is another one I was thinking, and I'm glad you're playing it.
You're quite welcome. This is given to us by Hidenori Shoji. Thank you, everyone, and have a great time.